We have some slight errors in what we announced yesterday, and I will read the correct version of what has been agreed. This is to formally announce the appointment of Honorable Kwamoti Laori as the chairman of the House Committee on Public Petitions. He succeeds Honorable Mike Etaba, who has been reassigned as the chairman of the House Committee on Environment. Additionally, Honorable Billy Osauro has been appointed as the chairman of the House Committee on Cooperation and Integration in Africa. The House extends its best wishes for success to the newly appointed chairman in their respective assignments. Thank you. We have communication from the Ministry of Police Affairs through the chairman of the committee. And it is in respect of the 2024 budget of the Nigerian Police Trust Fund. The message reads as follows. Dear Mr. Speaker, House of Representatives, National Assembly Complex, 3 Armed Zones, Abuja. I write with reference to the above subject and for the herewith the 2024 budget proposal of the Nigerian Police Trust Fund in the total sum of 129,289,057,866 naira only for your kind consideration and further necessary action, please. Please accept the assurances of my highest esteemed regards. Signed, Dr. Senator Ibrahim Gaidancio and Honorable Minister of Police Affairs. Honorable colleagues, any member with a petition? Any member with petition? Odua? No petition from Akwa Ibom. I can see it. Okay. So, honorable colleagues, we move to matters of urgent public importance. And the first speaker will be Honorable Mohammed Umar Biu. He has a motion that he consider as urgent for your kind attention. Honorable Mohammed Biu, please can you go ahead. Thank you, His Excellency, the Right Honorable Speaker, my dear honorable colleagues. Mohammed Umar Biu is my name. I speak for the people of Barcode and Power, my federal constituency, Mr. Speaker. I come from Kwara State. Mr. Speaker, I rise under Order 805, matter of urgent public importance, on the need to save the people of Kemanji, Tenebe, Babete, Nuku, Nkayama local government, and Yasukura district, Okuta district, Elisha Barba and other villages in the local government area of Kwara State, from bandits, kidnappers, and wanton killings of people at will and destruction of properties by terrorists. Mr. Speaker, I therefore seek that we suspend our relevant rules to enable me to take my motion. I so move. Any seconder to the first leg, Honorable Tajuddin.
Thank you very much, the Right Honorable Speaker. I am the Honorable Karim Tajuddin Abisodu. I represent the people of Shaki East, Shaki West, and Atisbo Federal Constituency. Honorable Speaker of Oyo State, I rise to second the motion, being ably moved by my immediate neighbor. I so second, Honorable Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. Second leg of the motion, Honorable Franklin.
Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues, my name is Barrister Muhammad Bulashiru, representing the people of the Federal Constituency. I'm from Kano State, and I rise this morning to second the second leg of the motion as amply moved by my brother. I shall second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is it. Honorable Bill, over to you.
Thank you so much, His Excellency, Mr. Speaker. Once again, Mohammed Umar is my name. I speak for the people of Adjournment and my federal constituency,
My very honorable colleague, Mr. Speaker, I come from Kwara State. Once again, I rise to move a matter of urgent public importance and the need to save the people of Kamanji, Tenebo, Babeta, Niku, Manu, Nkaba local government, with Yasukura district, Okuta district, Elisha Barba district, and other villages in the local government area of Kwara State. From bandits, kidnappers, and wanton killings of people, at will and destruction of properties by terrorists. The House notes that Batun local government, Batun and Kayama federal constituency consists of two strategic local government areas in Parliament of Kwara State. Also note that in the history of the two local government areas, since their creation, there have been no significant insecurity challenges, and the people in the local governments have been living their normal lives and enjoying peaceful atmosphere. Observes that in recent time, certain group of people armed with all manners of dangerous and sophisticated weapons converge in the forests in the constituency, disrupting people from farming, establishing their own government, collecting revenues from people, killing people at will, and destroying properties within those towns and villages and the neighboring communities in Niger State. Cognizance that the climax of their recent havoc was their entry into Elisha Barba on the 20th of April, 2025. About 9 p.m., shooting sporadically without justification, leaving 8 people dead and several others injured. Concern that these rebels, according to report, have not only been killing our people recklessly, over some villages in Kayama local government and Batun local government, such as Durumi, Karonji, Bete, Nanu, etc., etc. Disturbs that these dissidents have also been issuing audio messages and threats to cause more havoc, causing people to panic and moving out of their ancestral homes to seek refuge in places like Guri, Yashikura, Kayama, and other places outside Kwara State. Worried that if the acts of these rebels are not curtailed, more havocs will be wreaked by them, leading to several loss of lives and continuation of insecurity in the constituency and its environs. Resolves: urge the Nigerian Army to redouble their effort to stop the dissidents from more killings and destructions. Urge the federal government, as a matter of urgency, to establish a military battalion in Kayama local government area of Kwara State. Urge National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, to provide relief materials to those affected by the havoc of the dissidents. Mandate House committees on army and emergency and disaster preparedness to ensure compliance. Mr. Speaker, my dear honorable colleagues, I so move.
Thank you, Honorable. Any seconder? Honorable Bargaja.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. My honorable respected colleague, I remain Honorable Bargaja Mohammed, member representing Isa and Sambari constituency. I'm from Sokoto State. I sent to remove to second the motion ably by my colleague. Mr. Speaker, I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. This motion is referred to the committees on army and NEMA for further legislative action. The next motion is coming from Honorable Patrick Umo. If Honorable Patrick is around, please can you rise and move your motion?
Thank you, Your Excellency, the Right, the Honorable Speaker. My name is Honorable Dr. Patrick Umo. I hold the mandate of the people of Ikorek Bene, Esienudim, Obodo Karafido constituency, to speak for them. I rise to apply that the rules of this Honorable House be suspended to enable me move the motion on the urgent need for the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, and Federal Ministry of Education to intervene and salvage the wanton destruction of properties by Rainstorm in Ikore Federal Constituency. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Is it Honorable Tafoki Ade? Yes, please.
Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, very distinguished colleagues, I rise to, my name is Honorable Shehu Dalatu Tafoki. I represent Paskari and Karasabwa. I'm from Katsina State. I rise to second the first leg of the motion, ably moved by my brother and colleague, Honorable Dr. Patrick Omo. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Second leg. Kafilad, we have not heard your voice for quite a while. And I'm sure the people of Lagos would want to hear.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Unless if you want to be transferred to Imo, to join Honorable Miriam in our constituency.
Lagos is still the best. That's the center of excellence, sir.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir.
But
Good
you don't
morning,
have
Mr. Speaker. Respected colleagues, I rise this morning for and on behalf of my people in Koshofe Federal Constituency from Lagos State, the center of excellence, to second the second leg of this motion, ably moved by my colleague, Honorable Patrick Umo. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Doc, over to you.
Thank you, Ian Zaza. My name is Honorable Dr. Patrick Umo. I represent the entire people of Ikore-Ekpene Sienudim, Oborokara Federal Constituency. I am a proud son of Akwa Ibom State, and I rise this morning to move a motion on the urgent need for the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, and the Federal Ministry of Education to intervene and salvage the wanton destruction of properties by Rainstorm in Ikore-Ekpene Federal Constituency. The House notes the wanton destruction of public and private properties and source of livelihood in Ikore-Ekpene Federal Constituency by devastating rainstorm that took place on Friday, 2nd of May, and Saturday, 3rd May, 2025. The House also notes that the rainstorm destroyed fences, classroom blocks, water facilities, ICT facilities, the staff quarters, the hostels, and electrical poles at the Federal Government College, Ikore-Ekpene, the State College, Ikot-Ekpene, and Independence High School, Ukana, Esienudum, thereby disrupting congenial learning environment and exposing students to danger. The House further notes that the rainstorm also affected markets, residential structures, and churches, pulling down electrical poles, roofs, walls, and destroying personal items. Concerned by this House that the destruction of properties by the rainstorm has impacted negatively on learning environment and has affected people's source of livelihood and rendered them helpless, especially in this current economic climate. The House is aware of the responsibilities of the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, in the mitigation of disaster and provision of emergency relief materials to victims of disasters, and the role of the Federal Ministry of Education in administration of schools. This House therefore resolves to urge the National Emergency Management Agency to provide emergency relief materials urgently to the victims of rainstorm in Ikore-Ekpene Federal Constituency. The House urges the Federal Ministry of Education to reconstruct the destroyed school properties at the Federal Government College, Ikore-Ekpene, for safe learning environment. And the House mandates the House Committee on Emergency and Disaster Preparedness, Education, Basic and Secondary, and Legislative Compliance to ensure compliance with the resolution and report to the House within 6 legislative weeks. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Matama.
Thank you, our very revered His Excellency, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Chief Mitema Obodo, and I speak for Ogbea Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the very eloquent motion moved by my colleague, Dr. Imo. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Please, have we not taken breakfast? Honorable Miriam, I didn't hear your voice. Up. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committees on Emergency and Disaster Preparedness and Basic Education for further legislative action. The next motion is coming from Honorable Kabir Yusuf Alaji. If Honorable Kabir is around, please can you rise and move your motion?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Ian Zazo, my honorable colleagues, Kabir Yusuf Makama is my name. I represent the good people of Al-Kaleri Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Bauchi State. I rise to realize on Order 8, Rule 5, to move a matter of urgent public importance, motion on the urgent need for intervention following the massacre of 19 villagers, destruction of properties, and cattle rustling in Savansara village in Gwane district, Al-Kaya local government, Bauchi State. Mr. Speaker, I so move.
Honorable Mohammed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. Distinguished honorable parliamentarians, my name is Honorable Mohammed Ang Abbashehu, member representing Zaki Federal Constituency. I'm from Bauchi State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second this very important motion, that this motion is very urgent enough to be heard. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Second leg, Honorable Hussein, I saw your hand up. Honorable Hussein, I thought you raised your hands up
Yes, sir.
some few minutes ago.
Thank you, sir.
Unless if you are not interested, I can ask somebody from IMO to do it for us.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. My respected colleagues, my name is Engineer Dr. Aderemi Oseni, Fellow of Nigerian Society of Engineers. I rise this morning, I'm from Oyo State. I am representing the good people of Ido Ibarakwa East Federal Constituency. I am from Oyo State. I rise this morning to second the motion assembly raised by my colleague. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable Makama, go ahead.
Thank you, Ian Zazo. My honorable colleagues, my name is Honorable Kabir Yusuf Makama. I represent Al-Kaleri Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I am from Bauchi State. The House notes with grave concern the recent attack on Savansara village, Gwane district of Al-Kaya local government area, Bauchi State, resulting in brutal killing of 19 innocent vigilantes, including 9 vigilante members who were courageously defending their communities. Destruction of properties worth millions of nairas and rustling of over 200 cattle, which is the economic lifeline on the affected families. Mr. Speaker, also note on the 3 May 2025, armed bandits and cattle rustlers launched a vicious attack on Savansara village. Mr. Speaker, aware that These criminals are believed to be hidden in Madan Forest, which spans the boundaries of Taraba, Bauchi, and Plateau State.
House Leader.
Using the
House Leader.
dense,
1 minute.
using the dense terrain as a haven for their
Honorable
operations.
Ali Madaki,
Consequently, the people of Sabansara surrounding communities are living in fear. The House resolved to condemn in the strongest terms these barbaric acts, a minute's silence, and extend condolence to the families of the victim and the entire community. Urge the Inspector General of Police and the Chief of Army Staff to immediately deploy a joint security operation to flush out the bandits from Madan Forest and establish a permanent security presence in the area to prevent future attack. Number 3, urge the Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, National Emergency Agency, NEMA, and the Northeast Development Commission to provide immediate relief, material, medical health rehabilitation support to the affected families on axis, immediate rebuilding, destroying homes, and restoring livelihood. Mr. Speaker, thank you. I so move.
Any seconder? These NNPP people, you want to dominate everything, eh? Honorable Hamis.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Respected colleagues, I'm Honorable Abdul Hakim Kamilo Ado, speaking for Nigeria through the good people of Udilgarko Federal Constituency, Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second the motion ably moved by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the committees of on Police Affairs, Northeast Development Commission, Emergency Preparedness for further legislative action. Honorable colleagues, shall we rise for a minute silence? May the soul of the departed rest in peace. Honorable members, the first business of the day is presentation of 17 bills. I'll now invite the clerk to read their short titles.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. National Institute of Artificial Intelligence and Robotic Studies Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. National Institute of Vocational and Technical Education Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Freedom of Information Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Criminal Code Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. National Cotton Production, Processing and Research Institute in Gawa, Katsina State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Desertification, Erosion, Flood and Ecological Control Agency Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. National Agricultural Loan Management Regulatory Agency Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. National Health Fund Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Research Institute of Maritime, Industrial, Fisheries Resources and Neo-Chad Delta State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Robbery and Firearms Act Amendment Bill 2025, first reading. Agricultural Science Education Compulsory in Secondary Schools Bill 2025, first reading. Nigerian Center for Vaccine Research and Development Ohauku, Ebonyi State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. National Rice Production, Processing and Research Institute, Imgo, Ebonyi State Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Nigerian Mineral Development Corporation Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading. Chartered Institute of Enterprise Risk Management of Nigeria Establishment Bill 2025, first reading. Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999, 6 Alteration Bill 2025, first reading.
Honorable members, the second business of the day is presentation of 5 reports of the Committee on Federal Colleges of Education, standing in the name of Honorable Adamu Tanko. Honorable Tanko is invited to present the reports. My attention has just been drawn that Honorable Tanko is not around, so we step the presentation of these reports. The first order of the day is the third reading of a bill for an act to provide the legal framework for the establishment of training institutions of the Nigerian Police Force and for related matters, standing in the name of the House Leader. The House Leader is hereby advised to move that the bill be read for the third term.
Mr. Speaker, I'm Professor Julius Ihonvere, Onwa Federal Constituency, Edo State. I rise to move that a bill for an act to provide the legal framework for the establishment of training institutions of the Nigeria Police Force and for related matters, SB 470, and a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of the Federal University of Technology, Badagry, Lagos State, and for related matters, HB 1500, be read a third time. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, my highly respected colleagues, my name is Aliyu Sani Madaki, and I represent the Ala Federal Constituency of Kano State. I stand to second the motion as moved by the House Leader. I do second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act provides the legal framework for the establishment of training institutions of the Nigeria Police Force and for related matters. Third reading.
This bill is read the third time and passed. The second order of the day is the third reading of a bill for an act to provide for the establishment of the Federal University of Technology, Badagry, Lagos State, and for related matters, standing in the name of the House Leader. Honorable members will recall that the House adopted the report of the Committee of the Whole on the bill on Thursday, 27th March 2025. I therefore call on the House Leader to move that the bill be read the third time.
I'm not together today. Which one? The two I took before.
Mr. Speaker, I think he took the two.
I took the two together.
Yes.
Okay, the honorable colleagues, the third order of the day is commencement of debate. No? Okay. Honorable colleagues, the third order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the National Universities Commission Act, Cap N81, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to expressly give the Commission power to regulate the condition of service and procedure for the engagement of academic staff other than non-academic staff members on part-time basis or visiting lecturership and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Abbas Tajuddin and Honorable Bello Isa Ambarura, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 5th July 2023. And now invite Honorable Ambarura to move that the bill be read a second time.
Mr. Speaker, my esteemed colleagues, I'm Honorable Bello Isa Ambarura, member representing Gwarba Ilela Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I am from Sokoto State. Mr. Speaker, I rise up before you and the Honorable House to lead a debate on a bill for an act to amend the National University Commission Act, CAF 81, to expressly gives the Commission power to regulate the condition of service and procedure for the management of academic staff other than non-academic staff member on part-time basis or visiting lectures and for related matters. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Yes, Honorable Honorable Chair, laws and debts, Nasarawa.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and my highly respected colleagues, Abubakar Hassan Nalaraba, OON Sadokin Lapia. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my dear colleague, Honorable Ambarura. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. I think this is also a bill. I'm surprised that it is coming up again because it was discussed in the 9th Assembly and it has reached even the level of presidential assent. I thought it should have come through, what do you call it? But it has been recent. So I think since it has been a subject matter that was discussed earlier, with your kind permission, we'll just put the question and leave it for the subsequent legislative processes to process whatever remains out of it. So with your kind permission, I'll put the question. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. So clerk, please. You should also, at the same time, respond to the earlier order of the day. That's the third reading for the establishment of the training institutions of the Nigerian Police Force, as well as this one. You can take them to, the two together.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to provide for the establishment of the Federal University of Technology, Badagry, Lagos State, and for related matters. Third reading. A bill for an act to amend the National Universities Commission Act, CAP N81, laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to expressly give the Commission power to regulate the condition of service and procedure.
Bill is referred to the Committee on University Education for further legislative action. The fourth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria, CAP A12 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to provide for the establishment of certain specialized colleges and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Benjamin Okezikalu, honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 5th June 2024. And I invite Honorable...
Other related matters be read the second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Idem.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Idem Unyume, member representing Ukanafun, Rowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second that the bill sponsored by the Deputy Speaker be read for a second time. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Again, honorable colleagues, this is an establishment bill. I believe at the point of public hearing, we'll be able to hear more details about what it contains. So with your kind permission, we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of the second reading of this bill should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Cap 812 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to provide for the establishment of a certain specialized colleges and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Agricultural Colleges and Institutions for further legislative action. The fifth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to establish National Eye Center DOMA for the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of eye, coordination of research, training of specialists in eye diseases, and other supporting fields for related matters, standing in the name of the House Leader. Honorable members will recall that the bill was transmitted by the Senate, seeking concurrence of the House of Representatives. The bill was read the first time on Thursday, 20th February 2025. I will now invite the House Leader to move that the bill be read a second time.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I'm Professor Julius Ihonviri, Owan Federal Constituency. I'm from Edo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that a bill for an act to establish the National Eye Center DOMA for the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of eye, coordination of research, training of specialists in eye diseases and other supporting fields, and for related matters, SB 193, be read a second time. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Isiaka.
Our Majority Leader, for third reading, I so second, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to establish National Eye Center DOMA for the prevention, diagnosis, and treatment of eye, coordination of research, training of specialists in eye diseases and other supporting fields, and for related matters. Second reading.
Honorable colleagues, this bill is referred to the Committee of the Whole for further legislative action. The sixth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act, Cap 010, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, to provide for the establishment of the National Orthopedic Hospital, Wamako, Sokoto State, and for related matters, standing in the name of Honorable Ahmad Abdullah Kalambaina. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 13th March 2025. I now invite Honorable Kalambaina to move that the bill be read for a second time.
Thank you, the Honorable Speaker, my dear colleagues. Ahmad Abdullahi Kalambaina, Sodonan Kalambaina is my name. I move that a bill for an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospital Management Board Act 010 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 24 to provide for the establishment of National Orthopedic Hospital, Wamako, Sokoto State, and for related matters, HB 2127. I move for the second reading. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? A seconder? Honorable Mohammed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Honorable Mohammed Dang Abashehu.
Hold on, Honorable Mohammed. You know the Mohammeds are many. The Mohammed I recognize is the member representing Gwale.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, I am Garba Ibrahim Mohammed. I represent Gwale Federal Constituency from Kano State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to second that this bill be read the second time. I so second. Thank you.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable colleague, this is also again another establishment bill. So with your kind permission, we'll just go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Orthopedic Hospitals Management Board Act, Cap 010 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004, provide for the establishment of National Orthopedic Hospital, Wamako, Sokoto State, and for related matters. Second reading.
The Committee on Specialty Healthcare for further legislative action. The seventh order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act Cap A12 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to establish federal colleges of fisheries, technology, and maritime studies, INGO, River State, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Awaji Inombek D. Abiante. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Thursday, 13th March 2025. I now invite Honorable Abiante to move that the bill be read a second time.
Thank you, Excellency, Right Honorable Speaker, my very distinguished colleagues. Awaji Nombek Dagomie Abiante. I represent Andonio Pobonkoro Federal Constituency of Rivers State. Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, I rise to move that the bill to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act Cap A12 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to establish the Federal College of Fisheries, Technology, and Maritime Studies, INGO, River State, and for related matters, HB 2189, be read a second time. I so move.
Any seconder, you must be from a powerful oil-rich state to be able to second this. Anyone who qualifies. If you are not from, my dear sister, I see you from there. Otherwise, Honorable Abiante will not be happy with me.
Thank you.
Just keep trying.
Thank you, our dear Speaker, our distinguished colleagues. I hereby second the motion ably moved by Mr. Abiante, Honorable. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Again, honorable colleagues, this is an establishment bill. With your kind permission, we go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill to go for second reading should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members, a bill for an act to amend the Agricultural Research Council of Nigeria Act Cap 812 laws of the Federation of Nigeria 2004 to establish Federal College of Fisheries Technology and Maritime Studies, Ngo, Rivers State, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Oceans and Fisheries for further legislative action. The eighth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to amend the Federal Colleges of Education Act, Cap F8, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, to provide for the establishment of Federal College of Education, Technical, ICOM, Cross River State, and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Victor Abang. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Wednesday, 26 July 2023. I'll now invite Honorable Abang to move that the bill be read a second time.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My name is Victor Abang. I represent the people of Ikom and Buki in Cross River State. I move a motion for a bill for an act to amend the Federal Colleges of Education Act, Cap F8, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, to provide for the establishment of the Federal College of Education, Technical, ICOM, Cross River State, and for related matters, HB 255. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Ambassador.
Oh, no.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. I remain Honorable Ambassador Daniel Asama, and I represent the people of Bassa, Jos North Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Plateau State, the home of peace and tourism. I rise this morning to second the motion ably moved by my colleague. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Again, this is an establishment bill, so with your kind permission, we'll go ahead and put the question. Those in support of this bill to go for second reading should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to amend the Federal Colleges of Education Act, Cap F8, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004. Provide for the establishment of Federal College of Education, Technical, ICOM, Cross River State, and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Federal Colleges of Education for further legislative action. The ninth order of the day is commencement of debate on the general principles of a bill for an act to establish the Nigerian Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Garaku, to provide courses of instruction, training, and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals for national development and for related matters. Standing in the name of Honorable Jonathan Gwefi Gaza. Honorable members will recall that the bill was read the first time on Tuesday, 20th February 2025. I now invite Honorable Gaza to move that the bill be read a second time.
Mr. Speaker, Patan Karu, my esteemed colleagues, my name is Gaza Jonathan Befi, and I represent the people of Karu, Kefi, Kokona Federal Constituency of Nasarawa State. And I rise to move a motion for second reading for a bill for an act to establish the Nigerian Institution of Mining and Geosciences, Garaku, to provide for courses of instruction, training, and research in the exploration and exploitation of solid minerals, for national development and for related matters. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Satomi.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I remain Engineer Satomi Ahmed. I represent the good people of Jere Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. I'm from Borno State. I rise to second the bill ably sponsored by my good friend, Honorable Gaza. I so second, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable colleagues, is another establishment bill, so with your kind permission, I will put the question. Those in support of this bill go for second reading should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Clerk.
Right, Honorable Speaker, honorable members. A bill for an act to establish Nigerian Institute of Mining and Geosciences, Garaku, provide courses of instruction, training, and research in the exploration and exploitation of minerals and for national development and for related matters. Second reading.
This bill is referred to the Committee on Solid Minerals Development for further legislative action. The 10th order of the day is a motion on investigation of electricity debts owed by security agencies, ministries, departments, and agencies, standing in the name of Honorable Fuad Kayode Laguda. Honorable Laguda is invited to move the motion. Is Honorable Laguda around? This motion is set down by the leave of the House. The 11th order of the day is a motion on the need to investigate activities of the Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine, Abuja, standing in the name of Honorable Jonathan Gaza and 5 other honorable members. Honorable Gaza is invited to move the motion.
Right, Honorable Speaker, my colleagues, my name is Gaza Jonathan Befi, and I rise to move a motion on the need to investigate the activities of the Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine, Abuja. The House recalls that the federal government in 2008, acting on the recommendation of the Medical and Dental Council of Nigeria, established the Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine as a parastatal of the Federal Ministry of Health. The House acknowledges that the National Assembly passed the Federal Colleges of Complementary and Alternative Medicine Establishment Act as an unconventional institution for the pursuit of academic and professional knowledge. The House is concerned that the college remains closed since October 16, 2010, following the shutdown of the academic activities of the college by the National Universities Commission for running degree programs without the mandatory approvals and due process. Further disturbed that in 2011, the Federal Ministry of Health suspended the management of the college and instituted an interim administrative team to manage its affairs, expending capital and overhead allocations amounting to hundreds of millions of naira for over 13 years, and later in 2016 again appointed a staff of the college as acting head of administration to ensure the day-to-day running of the college. The House is worried by the allegation of unauthorized disbursements of funds, petitions, and counter-petitions to the Financial Crimes and Anti-Corruption Agencies by the staff of the college over financial impropriety by officials of the Ministry of Health and Management of the college. The House is also worried by the flagrant non-compliance with the provisions of the Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine Act 2021, and appointment of a sole administrator in breach of an act of the National Assembly. The House is further worried by the petitions and allegations of suspensions, non-payments of staff benefits, and outright dismissal of some of the staff of the college by the sole administrator and employment of new staff without due process. Right Honorable Speaker, honorable colleagues, the House is desirous of the need to investigate the activities of the college, appointment of a sole administrator, and non-compliance with the provisions of the Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine Establishment Act of 2021. The House therefore resolves to mandate the Committee on Specialty Healthcare to investigate the allegations of unauthorized disbursement and application of funds, closure of academic activities of the college by the National Universities Commission (NUC), continued non-functionality of the college and non-compliance with provisions of the Federal College of Complementary and Alternative Medicine Act, and report to the House within 8 legislative weeks. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Doctor?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I am Honorable Dr. Wale Ahmed. I represent both the good and the good people of Agege Federal Constituency.
So where is the both? You say both the good and the good.
Everybody there is good.
Oh.
It's both
then
the
there is
good
no both.
and the good. Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm from Lagos State. This is a very good motion, and I'm happy to second it. I so second, sir.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Specialty Healthcare for further legislative action. The 12th order of the day is a motion on the need to subsidize the high cost of cancer treatment in Nigeria, standing in the name of Honorable Aderemi A. Hussaini. Honorable Hussaini is invited to move the motion.
Once again, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, the People's Speaker of the 10th Assembly, my respected colleagues. My name is Engineer Aderemi Hussaini, a fellow of Nigerian Society of Engineers. I am representing the entire people of Ido-Ibarapa East Federal Constituency. I am from Oyo State. Mr. Speaker, I rise this morning to raise this important motion on the needs to subsidize the high cost of cancer treatments in Nigeria. The House notes that the responsibility of the government is to provide for the welfare of the citizens and includes their health and well-being. Mr. Speaker, also notes that cancer is a major public health challenge in Nigeria, with many patients unable to afford treatment due to high costs. Further notes, the scourge of cancer is fast spreading among Nigerians, with reports revealing that in 2020, about 125,000 people were diagnosed with cancer. The most common types of cancer is breast cancer, prostate cancer, and cervical cancer as well. Worried that the cost of cancer treatment varies from 10 million naira, which is about $10,000, to hundreds of thousands of dollars per year, depending on the type of cancer, the stage of the disease, treatment methods, location, and individual health history. Mr. Speaker, concerned that patients with cancer in Nigeria are facing financial difficulties due to complex and expensive supply chain from cancer drugs and limited availability of radiation therapy machines, leaving some of these people with a feel that cancer is an illness for the wealthy and death sentence, but that is no longer the case, because as both the poor and the rich in most cases are caught by the menace. Mr. Speaker, disturbed that the rising burden of cancer is causing a shortage of funding for cancer control diseases, with public financing being considered the most appropriate, sustainable, and equitable solution to fund that aspect of healthcare to ameliorate the suffering of patients with cancer. Cognizant of the urgent need for government intervention to subsidize cancer treatments and drugs for indigent patients in Nigeria, Mr. Speaker, the House resolved to mandate the Committee on Healthcare Services to collaborate with the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare and other relevant agencies to establish a mechanism for the federal government to provide subsidies for cancer treatments and related drugs to ameliorate the suffering of patients. 2, also mandates the Committee on Healthcare Services and Legislative Compliance to ensure compliance and report within 4 weeks for further legislative action. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Honorable Abiante.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. I would rather want to propose an amendment when it is time. But
Okay, so is amendment now, or you can take one of the two if you want to amend?
I would amend.
So just sit down, let's get a seconder, and then we'll yield the floor to you to propose your amendment. Honorable Hussaini Jallo.
Prior to Honorable Speaker, sir, my colleague Hussaini Mohammed Jallo, representing Igebe Federal Constituency of Kaduna State, I hereby second the motion heavily moved by my colleague. I so second. Thank you.
Honorable Abiante, please proceed.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, my colleagues. My colleague has already mentioned about the 4th paragraph, the limited availability of radiation therapy machines, and he didn't also ask that be remedied. So I want to add as a second resolution, while making the second one here, the third, to urge the federal government to the Federal Ministry of Health to expand availability of treatment centers, as well as provide more radiation therapy machines. Supporting this amendment, if anybody gets to the centers that are available, you find out that Nigerians are on a very long queue, very, very long queue. Sometimes treatment that should have been taken in 3 weeks, you could have it in 9 months, 6 months. And as we speak, the radiation therapy machines are not even available. You have just one at the National Hospital. The next place you can be referred to is Lagos or Calabar, and that's just it. And if we have this number as at 2020, we can also understand that the number may have gone quite high. And if
just go ahead with your amendment. I think we understand where you're going. Are you done?
Good. My amendment is that the federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Health, should make available more treatment centers as well as radiation therapy machines as a second resolution. Thank you very much.
Any seconder to this amendment? Yes, Honorable. Yes.
Thank you very much, my dear Speaker. My name is Clement Jimbo. I still represent the very good people of Abak, Etemekbo, Ika Federal Constituency. I rise to support the amendment. I so second.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of another amendment? Okay, please go ahead.
Thank you, Your Excellency, distinguished honorable colleagues. My name is Honorable Miriam Odinaka Onoaha. I represent Isi Alambano, Onimo, Okigwe Federal Constituency. I am from Imo State. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, this morning I rise in support of this motion while making this very important amendment. This amendment stems from the need and the gap that early detection saves life and may actually save the need for treatments that may have come when it is too late. I therefore raise my amendment to read thus. Mandate the Committee on Health.
Is it additional prayer?
Yes, sir, it is. I'm trying
Not
to...
amendment, you are adding another.
It's an amendment, sir. I'm trying to recoin it.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
Yes, sir. Mandate the Committee on Healthcare Services in collaboration with the Federal Ministry of Health and Social Welfare and other relevant agencies to establish a mechanism for the federal government to provide subsidies for cancer treatments, related drugs, and screening for early detection to ameliorate the sufferings of patients.
Thank you. Any seconder to this amendment? Any seconder? Honorable Nzechi.
Thank you, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues. Nnamdi Nzechi is my name, and I represent Ndokukwan Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Delta State. I rise here to second the motion as amended. I so second.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support another amendment. This motion is a big one then. That one is okay now. Oh, okay.
Okay, sir.
VAT and tax. He has even added VAT and tax to it. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and my dearest honorable colleagues and leaders. Ibrahim Ayokunle Isiaka. Mr. Speaker, I just want to add one more prayer to the prayers already established. As much as possible, a lot of people are even running away from screening exercise, a lot of our women, simply because of this cost imperative. And I want to amend by adding one more prayer that federal government, through the Federal Minister of
Honorable Bature, you are disturbing the peace of Honorable Rais.
Sorry, sir. Because we are talking about treatment here, I want to add the prayer that federal government should make screening free because of this early detection we are talking about. This will enable people to always go for a screening exercise. So my amendment is to add the last prayer that the Committee on Health Services, together with the Federal Ministry of Health, should be persuaded to ensure that screening exercise for cancer should be free. I so move, Mr. Speaker, sir.
Any seconder to this amendment? Yes, Honorable, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, distinguished honorable colleagues. I'm Honorable Murphy Osaro Omori, representing the people of Ego, Ikubaka Federal Constituency. I rise this morning to second the amendment ably moved by my colleagues. I so support. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Honorable colleagues, it's not lunchtime. Oh. Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Those in support of this motion as amended should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. This motion is referred to the Committee on Healthcare Services for further legislative action. The chairman works and your deputy, please. Chairman works and deputy, can you rise up for recognition? Can the two of you rise for recognition? Honorable colleagues, are you happy with them? So we'll talk about it another time. Honorable colleagues, the 15th order of the day is a motion on alleged attempt assassination of Dr. Saeed Abdullahi Mosadulua, his family and workers at Harmony Garden and Estate Development Limited, standing in the name of Honorable Clement Jimbo. Honorable Jimbo is invited to move the motion.
Thank you very much, my dear Speaker, my colleagues. My name is Clement Jimbo. I still represent the wonderful people of Abak Etmekbu, Ika Federal Constituency from Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, my colleagues, I rise this afternoon to move a motion on the alleged attempted assassination of Dr. Saeed Abdullahi Musad Uluwa, his family, his workers at Harmony Garden and Estate Development Limited.
Honorable Nalarabag, good afternoon.
Mr. Speaker, colleagues, the House notes that an alleged attempted assassination of Dr. Saeed Abdullahi Musad Uluwa, along with his family and workers, on March 2nd, 2025, at Harmony Garden and Estate Development Limited. Aware that details surrounding the event are deeply alarming, according to reports, the incident that took place within the vicinity of the Nigerian naval base, Ekpe, Lagos State, has further raised grave concern that demands immediate investigation and thorough action. Concern that this horrifying act raises serious questions about the involvement of state apparatus in action that endanger the lives of innocent civilians. Cognizant that the attempted assassination has left the victims in great fear for their safety, and the incident has caused great fear among citizens and stakeholders in the state. Also note that to uphold the integrity of the Nigerian Navy and restore public confidence in the security agencies, it is paramount that the matter be thoroughly investigated, as the action undermines the rule of law and the rights of citizens to live in peace and security. Cognizant on the need to stand firm against any attack on the safety and dignity of Nigerian citizens by ensuring justice is served and that similar incidents do not go unpunished. Also cognizant of the need to investigate the alleged attempted assassination, to uphold the rule of law and accountability in all arms of government, including the Nigerian
I'm keeping company.
Accordingly, the House resolves to: 1. Condemns the attempted assassination of Dr. Saeed Abdullahi Musad Uluwa along with his family and workers, and call for a transparent investigation, demands accountability for officers involved, and urge the Nigerian Navy to review its security protocols to prevent future occurrence. and also mandates the Committee on Navy to investigate the attempted assassination of Dr. Saheed Abdullahi Musadoluwa, his family and co-workers, and the alleged involvement of men of the Nigerian Navy, Naval Base Ekpe, and report its finding within 4 weeks for further legislative action. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Any seconder? Yes, Honorable.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Let him move for the secondment. I will give you the opportunity to.
Off that one. You know, great off. It's not off. Come and use this one. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished honorable colleague, my name is Honorable Danladi Suleiman Agwe, member representing the good and very fantastic people of Lokoja, Kogi Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Kogi State, where loyalty is a top priority. Mr. Speaker, I hereby second a motion ably moved by my honorable colleague. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. This motion, I think we have a member, Honorable Nadaraba. Please go ahead with your amendment.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Abubakar Hassan Nalaraba, OON Sedokin Lafia. I represent the good people of Awedo Makiana Federal Constituency, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to make an amendment on the final resolution. Mandate the Committee on Navy, Police, and National Security to investigate the attempted assassination. Not just Committee on Navy alone. Navy, Police, and National Security and Intelligence. Because I think there's a case of attempted murder, and that should be a work of the Internal Security, the DSS. I so amend, Mr. Speaker.
Please, can you repeat what you said? I was a bit distracted.
I want to amend the last prayer. Mandate the Committee on Navy, National Security and Intelligence, and Police to investigate the attempted assassination, because it involves attempted killing and assassination. So I think the Police and National Security and Intelligence, which involves the DSS, will do a very good job in investigating attempted murder cases.
So proposing the addition of National Security and what?
And Police Affairs Committee.
Okay, okay.
I so amend, Mr. Speaker.
Okay. Any seconder? Any seconder to that? Honorable Dr. Gimba, but please, when you are introducing yourself, please do it properly. Members are not happy with you yesterday.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm Honorable Dr. Zainab Gimba, Mr. Speaker. I want to clearly specify that I am from Bamanga Lakala Balge Federal Constituency of Borno State. That is the proper from Borno State.
Okay, carry on, carry on.
Mr. Speaker has not approved that changes yet. It's on his table. So until Mr. Speaker has approved for the gazetting of the change, it remains Bamanga Lakala Belgia and from Borno State, sir. I hereby move to second the amendment made by Honorable Hassan Nalaraba. I so second, Mr. Speaker.
Those in support of this amendment should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. Yes, Honorable, go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Distinguished colleagues, my name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanaf Nurowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, the matter in question is very weighty. I believe it should be handled by security agencies, while the House committees on these security agencies now ensure compliance, because we are talking about assassination issue. So my amendment is that security agencies like the DSS, the police, and the Navy should investigate this matter, while the House Committee on these agencies should ensure compliance. That's my amendment.
So which additional agency are you?
Okay, I am proposing prayer number 2 before the third one, which is security agencies like DSS, the police, Navy, to investigate the matter, while the committee on Navy, police, and DSS should ensure compliance. That's my amendment.
I think it's just an issue of style and arrangement. If the investigation is going to be done, I'm sure the arrangement of who does what and at what time will be decided by the committee. The way I look at it, but if you insist that you think that's how it's supposed to be, we request for a seconder. But it doesn't change anything. The same committees that have earlier been identified are the ones you are saying, only that the security committees in terms of sequence should start while Navy should be at the end, right?
No, that, Your Excellency, Mr. Speaker, that's not my point. My point is that the matter should be investigated by security agencies, not the House Committee. Why the House Committee?
But that is exactly what they have recommended. The recommendation is that the Committee on Police, National Security, and Navy should investigate. If I hear correctly, those are the
established prayers. But what I'm saying is that we should allow the security agencies itself.
So who are the security agencies?
To investigate why the House committees now follow up for compliance. That's what I mean.
But any investigation has to be done through a committee. You don't direct a security agency to do an investigation itself. You direct through a committee. I don't think, Honorable Idem, you are making a lot of sense out of this. The committees will now direct the security agencies to do the investigation and report back to them.
So is it proper for a security agency like Navy to now attempt this assassination that we are talking about?
Yes. They have their own internal mechanism for investigation.
Okay, Mr. Speaker.
Unless if you insist, I am not trying to push it on you. We can get a seconder and then we hear what members will say.
Oh, Mr. Speaker, we allow them the established prayers.
Okay.
To be. I step down the proposed
okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So those in support of this amendment, this motion as amended, should say aye. Those against should say nay. That is have it. This motion is referred to the committees on Navy, National Security, and Police for further legislative action. The 11th order of the day is consideration of, The 15th order of the day Sorry, honorable colleagues, I have a small mix-up here. Honorable colleagues, the 15th order of the day is consideration of 4 bills standing in the name of Honorable Julius Ihobere, the House Leader. The House Leader will move for their consideration. DS, are you okay to take over? Okay.
Mr. Speaker, I'm Julius Ihobere, on one federal constituency, Edo State. I rise to move that HB 1592, HB 644, HB 645, and HB 936 be considered by the House. I so move.
The Minority Leader, please, can you second?
Mr. Speaker, my highly respected colleagues, I stand to second the motion as moved by the House Leader. I do second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. Honorable colleagues, the 16th order and the 17th order are all for consideration of reports. So I will combine the two so that the House Leader can take them together. The 16th order of the day is consideration of the report of the Committee on Science and Technology on a bill for an act to establish National Science, Technology, Innovation and Research Council to set national priorities of research, innovation and development to improve economic growth and competitiveness that can lead to the development of new products, processes, and services to address social and environmental challenges, to improve the quality of life of people, to create new jobs and opportunities, and to advance knowledge and understanding of innovations and for related matters. Honorable members will recall that the report was laid on Tuesday, 17 December 2024. Honorable Zakaria Tijani will move for its consideration. Is Honorable Zakaria around?
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yep.
I had approached the chairman.
Please go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, my honorable speaker, my distinguished colleagues. Our Jean Nombek Dagomie Abiante. I represent Anthony Opobo Nkora Federal Constituency. I'm a reverseman. Mr. Speaker, my colleagues, I move that the House consider this report on a bill for an act to establish National Science, Technology, Innovation and Research Council to set national priorities on research, innovation and development to improve economic growth and competitiveness that can lead to the development of new products, processes and services to address social and environmental challenges, to improve the quality of life of people, to create new jobs and opportunities, and to advance knowledge and understanding of innovations and for related matters. HB 727. I so move.
Any seconder? Honorable Cyril.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Honorable colleagues, my name is Hart Cyril Godwin. I represent the fabulous people of Bonny Degema Federal Constituency. Mr. Speaker, I'm from Rivers State. I rise to second the motion, ably moved by my elder brother. I so second.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The 17th order of the day is consideration of the report of the Committee on Public Procurement on a bill for an act to amend the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria Act 2007 to be in tandem with what obtains in the procurement professional practice across the globe and for related matters. Honorable members will recall that the report was laid on Thursday, 6 February 2025. Honorable Oyeme Idem will move for its consideration.
Thank you, Your Excellency the Speaker, distinguished colleagues. My name is Idem Unyime, member representing Ukanafun, Orowanam Federal Constituency of Akwa Ibom State. Mr. Speaker, I rise to move that the House do consider the reports of the Committee on Public Procurement on a bill for an act to amend the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigerian Act 2007 to be in tandem with what obtains in the procurement professional practice across the globe and for related matter, HB 346, and approve recommendation therein. Mr. Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I so moved. Thank you.
Any seconder? Honorable Shetima.
Mr. Speaker, sir, honorable colleagues, I remain Lawan Shetima Ali, representing Bursari, Gaidami, Bursari Federal Constituency. I'm from Yobe State. I rise to second the motion ably moved by my able brother, Honorable Edem. I so second, sir.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. The House Leader, please can you move that the House resolve to the Committee of the Whole to consider these reports?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to move that the House do resolve to Committee of the Whole to consider the reports clearly outlined in the order paper. I so move.
The Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, my highly respected colleagues, I stand to second the motion that the House do dissolve into the Committee of the Whole in order to consider the report.
Those in support of this motion should say aye. Those in support of this motion should say aye. Aye. Those against should say nay. The ayes have it. House has resolved into the Committee of the Whole. Thank you. What was it? Yeah.
Most distinguished colleagues, the first bill to be considered is for an act to repeal the Merchant Shipping Act 2007 and enact the Merchant Shipping Bill and for related matters. I invite the Leader of the House to give a synopsis of the bill.
Mr. Chairman, thank you very much. I would like to propose that we step down this particular bill for today because I have just received it and it's quite a bulky document. I have not gone through it at all. And I cannot understand precisely what I'm supposed to be doing with it.
Okay, there's a motion for it to be stepped down by Leader. Any seconder?
Mr. Chairman, I stand to second the motion as moved by the House Leader. I do second.
Those in support of this motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The bill is hereby stepped down for further legislative engagement on it. Yes, please.
Yes, as Chairman, my colleagues, as we prepare for further engagements, I don't know if the bill is coming for concurrence or is actually an amendment. Because flipping through the provisions, it said return, return, return. So I do not know what we are amending.
I think that is one of the reasons the leader of the House asked for it to be stepped down, because he's just seeing it now. The enable us go through it like you just observed so that we can revisit it. So the House Committee on Rules and Business will brief the leader of the House, and also the relevant committee that submitted the report will brief us, will take a position before the next sitting. Most distinguished colleagues, the second bill to be considered is for an act to amend the Federal Medical Center Act 2022 to provide for establishment of the Federal Medical Center that in Nkowa, Kano State, and for related matters. I want to join it with the third and the fourth, so that when you stand, it will make it faster for us. The third bill to be considered is for an act to amend the Federal Colleges of Education Act, Cap F 58, Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004, and to make provision for establishment of the Federal College of Education to Dunwada, Dankadai, Kano State, and for related matters. The fourth bill to be considered is for an act to establish the Federal University of Education, Numan, Adamawa State, and for related matters. I therefore invite the leader of the House, Honorable Professor Julius Ihomvere, House Leader, to give the synopsis of these three bills.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Julius Ihomvere, Owa Federal Constituency, Edo State. HB 644, establishment of Federal Medical Center. It's an amendment of the Act to accommodate the establishment of the Federal Medical Center that in Nkowa, Kano State, essentially bringing medical services to the grassroots, breaking it down and making it accessible to more people. And we know the population of Kano State. I think it is well deserved. HB 645 is again an amendment of existing laws in order to accommodate the establishment of Federal College of Education to Dunwada, Dankadai, Kano State also. Again, is to provide education, train teachers, specialized teachers to feed our schools, many of which are crying for teachers. And finally, Mr. Chairman, HB 936, to establish the Federal University of Education, Numan, Adamawa State, again, performing the same role of producing specialists, researchers.
Thank you.
In Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
My colleagues support the three bills so that they can go to the next stage. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Honorable colleagues, the question is clauses 1 to 4, shadows, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill be made part of this act. Clause 1, clause 2, clause 3. You are carried. There is no clause 3. It's clause 4. Clause 4. I just got you there. Explanatory memorandum. Long title. The second one, a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Center Act. The question is that clauses 1 to 3, the schedule, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill be made part of the Act. Clause 1, Clause 2, Clause 3, explanatory memorandum, long title. The third one, a bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Education, Numan, Adamawa State. The question is clauses 13, clauses 22, clauses 25. The schedule and the long title be made part of the bill. Clause 13, Clause 22, Clause 25. The schedule, the long title. Most distinguished colleagues, the first report to be considered is that of the Committee on Science and Technology on a bill for an act to establish National Science, Technology, Innovation, Research Council to set national priorities on research, innovation, and development to improve economic growth and competitiveness that can lead to the development of new products, processes, and services, to address social and environmental challenges, to improve the quality of life of people, to create new jobs and opportunities, and to advance knowledge and understanding of innovation and for related matters. And I invite Honorable Zachariah Tijani Zana.
Standing in.
Okay, you are standing in?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and my very wonderful colleagues. This bill intends to expand the space for research, innovation, and scaling it up to the point of development and deploying them to the industries so that we can seek alternatives, seek a way to substitute foreign products, create opportunities for newer inventions to actually have meaning, not to stop at the point of research. It will also help to coordinate the various researches that we do in the country, irrespective of which sector, segment, or department that is involved. It will also help us to explore several strategies and create a roadmap for sustained innovations in the country. The bill consists of 32 sections, citation, first schedule, because the second schedule was not accepted by the committee.
Thank you.
And explanatory memorandum. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
That was a good synopsis of that particular piece of legislation. Honorable colleagues, the question is clauses 1 to 33, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill be made part of this act. Clause 1 to 5. Clause 1 to 5. Five to 10. 10 to 15. 10 to 15. 10 to 15. 15 to 20. 15 to 20. 20 to 25. 20 to 25. 25 to 30. 25 to 30. 31. 31. 32. 33. 'The first shadow explanatory memorandum, the long title. This is a well-written bill. Must commend the committee that worked on this bill. It's a well-written bill, and this is how it's supposed to be, so that we'll spend less time in doing some of the work that's supposed to be done at the committee level. I must commend this committee. It's a well-done job. Well done, well done. Most distinguished colleagues, the second report to be considered is that of the Committee on Public Procurement on a bill for an act to amend the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria, Act 2007, to be in tandem with what obtains in the procurement professional practice across the globe and for related matters. I invite Honorable Idem to give the synopsis of the report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, distinguished colleagues. Mr. Chairman, the intention of the bill is to ensure that the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria is in tandem with what is obtainable elsewhere in the world. They started with this name, but at the moment, the process has changed. The name has changed to Procurement System. So the bill is to consolidate to ensure that it's in line with the international standards. So I employ my colleagues to support the bill to be considered. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Chairman of Committee on Public Procurement. The question, honorable colleagues, is that clauses 1 to 18, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill be made part of these acts. Clause 1 to 5. 5 to 10. Five to 10. 10 to 15. 16. Clause 16. On what page is clause 16 that you are carrying? What page? Good. Clause 17. Clause 17. Clause 17. It's like they are leaving you to carry alone. Is it because it's your bill? It will be too heavy for you if you are carrying alone. Honorable colleagues, join him in carrying the burden. I'll ask again. Clause 17? Good. We'll do it together. Clause 18? Explanatory memorandum. The long title of the bill. House Leader, please move that the House reverts to plenary to report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I rise to move that the House do resolve to plenary and for the current chairman, then as Speaker, to give a report to the House. I so move.
Thank you. Minority Leader.
Mr. Chairman, my highly respected colleagues, I stand to second the motion that the House do revert back to plenary in order to report progress.
Thank you. I put the question. Those in support of the motion that we revert to plenary say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. The House hereby reverts to plenary to report progress. No comment. All right, thank you. Honorable colleagues, the House in Committee of the Whole considered a report on a bill for an act to repeal the Merchant Shipping Act 2007 and enact the Merchant Shipping Bill and for related matters, and deferred consideration of the report for further legislative action. Most distinguished colleagues, the House in Committee of the Whole considered a report on a bill for an act to amend the Federal Medical Centers Act 2022 to provide for the establishment of Federal Medical Center Dadinkowa Kano State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 3, schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Most distinguished colleagues, it is the Chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole consider the report on the bill for an act to amend the Federal Colleges of Education Act, Cap F8, Laws of Federation of Nigeria 2004, to make provision for establishment of Federal College of Education, Tudun Wada, Dankadai, Kano State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 3, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. Most distinguished colleagues, the House, the Committee of the Whole consider the report on the bill for an act to establish the Federal University of Education, Noman Adamawa State, and for related matters, and approve clauses 13, 22, and 25, the schedule, and the long title of the bill. It is the Chairman's report that the House and the Committee of the Whole consider the report of the Committee on Science and Technology on the bill for an act to establish National Science, Technology, Innovation, and Research Council to set national priorities on research, innovation, and development to improve economic growth and competitiveness that can lead to the development of new products, processes, and services to address social and environmental challenges to improve the quality of life of people, to create new jobs and opportunities, and to advance knowledge and understanding of innovations for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 33, the schedules, explanatory memorandum, and the long title of the bill. It is finally the Chairman's report that the House and Committee of the Whole consider the report of the Committee on Public Procurement on the bill for an act to amend the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management of Nigeria Act 2007 to be in tandem with what obtains in the procurement professional practice across the globe, and for related matters, and approve clauses 1 to 18, explanatory memorandum, on the long title of the bill. Leader, please move that the House do adopt the report of the Committee of the Whole as the working instrument of the Parliament.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to move that the House do adopt the report from the Committee of the Whole as very ably and efficiently presented by Mr. Speaker, and adopt them as working documents of the House. I so move.
Thank you, Leader of the House. Minority Leader, please.
Mr. Speaker, my highly respected colleagues, I stand to second the motion as moved by the House Leader. I do second.
Those who support that the House do adopt the report from the Committee of the Whole as a working instrument of the Parliament, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The report is hereby adopted as a working instrument of the Parliament. Leader, please move that the House do adjourn sitting till tomorrow, same time, same place.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Julius Ihonvere, ON, DSSRS, Owan Federal Constituency, Edo State. I rise to move that the House do adjourn plenary to tomorrow, Thursday, the 8th of May, 2025, at 11 a.m. I so move.
Thank you very much. Minority Leader, please, second.
Mr. Speaker, my highly respected colleagues, I stand to second the motion that the House do adjourn to tomorrow, same place, same time. I do second.
Before I put the question, I want to thank you for staying up till now, especially for participating in the Committee of the Whole, and I want to thank the Honorable Speaker, Right Honorable Tajuddin Abbas, for actually being quick in the processing of today's section. At least we are closing in good time to enable us go to our committee works and continue from where the plenary stops. I really appreciate you. I put the question down. Those in support of this motion that the House do adjourn till tomorrow, same time, same place, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. The House hereby adjourns till tomorrow, same time, same place.